Hello my loves, and welcome back, or welcome if you're new to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Thank you for joining me today on Christmas Eve. Being in love and being loved is the most beautiful feeling in the whole world. Personally, I wouldn't be able to survive without love in my life. I thrive in an environment filled with affection, emotions, and romance. Everyone wants security and stability from their romantic partner. Knowing that we are being loved can bring us a lot of comfort and peace of mind, right? If you want to find out how to identify his real feelings, keep on watching. But first, if you want to see more of my content where I talk about becoming the best version of ourselves, I talk about how to transform oneself into a person who has the necessary skills to succeed, who knows their self-worth, who's confident, who's motivated, and is capable to empower others, who emanates that powerful energy and vibration that seduces everyone who comes across them, please join the channel. Also, please follow me on my other social media channels. Links are in the description below. So, how can you be sure about his feelings? How can you know if he's in love with you? I was talking to one of my girlfriends yesterday, and she's really challenged in securing a relationship. When she calls me, her relationships are the #1 topic that we discuss. Her immediate need is to find a guy who she can have a real relationship with. But because of her long list of childish requirements and a bad family example, her wrong wiring and mentality, it seems to be an impossible mission. Speaking about this guy who she's dating, who I know for certain he is a douchebag. At some point, she said the following to me in response to me saying that she should dump him because he doesn't care about her. She said, "Maybe he loves me in his own way." I thought that statement was such a bullshit and made me realize that she lives in complete denial. Nobody should do what anybody else says they should do. When someone is giving you an advice or a solicited opinion, you have to analyze it and see what you can take out of it. Can you incorporate any part of that advice in your situation? My girlfriend would rather prefer to outright doubt anything anybody's saying rather than doubt this guy's actions. That's how much she needs to believe that he has real feelings for her. This actually inspired me to make this video today about how to identify if a guy is in love with you or not. During his entire life, a guy meets and dates a lot of girls, but he falls in love once or maybe twice, and I mean real love. What is actually being in love? When you fall in love, the experience shakes your world to its core. Falling in love flips your entire world upside down. You lose your ability to reason when you discover a whole new world of feelings. When you are in love, you have no problem relinquishing all the time, the energy, and material welfare in order to spend more time with your loved one. Real love could be truly unconditional. Being in love doesn't make you confused about your feelings. Not being in love makes you confused about your feelings. When you are in love, you know it. You feel it with every pore in your body. You vibrate around the person you're in love with, and all you want is to be together, is to be with that person, right? Now, let's say that we are in love, but how are we supposed to know if the other person is in love with us? Well, first, if you are asking yourself whether he's in love with you or not, ask yourself, why did you ask yourself that question in the first place? The answer screams no. Please stop lying to yourself. Your intuition is giving you the answer. That is why you are doubting his feelings. Your intuition is telling you exactly what is going on. However, your rationale is looking for a deeper answer. He wants your intuition to be wrong. The problem is when your mind gets involved. You start turning the situation upside down in a million times around just to find the justification to keep on going, to keep on believing. Maybe his feelings will change in time, or maybe I can make him love me, right? This is what you're thinking. Your mind is telling you to believe in leprechauns and fairy tales. And I'm sorry to say this, but it won't happen. You are overthinking, and you should stop overthinking. When a man is in love, he does not wait. He acts fast. When a man is in love, he prioritizes you. You are number one. He wants to be involved in every aspect of your life. He wants to see you as often as possible. He communicates with you every day. When a man is in love, he will do anything so you could be his. You know, things like if you live at the distance, he'll move closer to you, or he'll move you closer to him. If he invites you over, he never wants you to leave. If he travels, he wants you to join him. He wants to do all kinds of activities with you because he enjoys spending time with you. If he's visiting his family, he wants you to come in order to meet them. If you have problems, he wants to be your savior. That actually reminds me of my first date with my husband. I came to Miami to meet him. I suddenly had a toothache. He took me to the dentist. He had his dentist fix my tooth, and he paid for the procedure. That episode meant so much to me because I said to myself, a guy who does that is definitely a guy who I want to go out with. A guy who's not really into you would never jump to assist you, save you, or cater to you. In a situation like that, he would say something like, "Oh, I'm so sorry about your tooth, poor baby. Let's leave it for another time then." He's saying something nice, but his actions, where are his actions? There are no actions. Why? Because he doesn't want to invest in you. If a man is hanging around, it doesn't mean he's in love with you. It means that you have something he wants sometimes when he feels like giving you the time and the energy. So please stop deluding yourself. Yes, men sometimes hang around. Dating girls left and right boosts their ego. They like the company, they like to play, to experiment. They want to have more than one girlfriend. That's actually great for their man ego. But it is good for yours? I don't think so. I think that if you're in love with a man who's not in love with you, your confidence can go down the drain. All you can think about is, why am I not lovable? Why am I not good enough? Ask yourself this. Are you so desperate that you want someone who's not in love with you? Do you want to lose your time with the wrong guy instead of making space for the right guy? Do you want to be one on a list of many? You can't make a guy who's not in love with you to be in love with you. There's no game or trick in the world that could change his mind once he made up his mind about you and put you in a specific category. The only thing you could and should do once you meet someone is to require respect and consistency from him. If it's not given to you, you should terminate that relationship if love is what you want. But you cannot make a guy who's not in love with you to fall in love with you, to do the right thing, to behave the right way. Trust me, someone falls in love with another person because of the chemistry they share. There are many aspects who make a person appealing to another person. It could be so deep at the cellular level. Now, men who are not in love portray many of the following behaviors. They're with you because you're pretty or smart or sexy or have a good education or a good financial situation. or you have a social status, or you seem ideal. They're pushed into the relationship. Their families expect them to get married or have a serious relationship by this age. Therefore, he wants to be in a relationship. They consider the specific time is the right time to get serious with someone. They drag the relationship for years. They don't take your wishes and desires in consideration. They don't invest in your growth, your education, financially, intellectually, etc. They resist commitment. They don't show any desire to take the relationship to the next level. They want to see you only at home. They rarely take you out. Your relationship is purely sexual. There is poor communication and no willingness to improve that. They shut you down when you ask for more attention, affection, interest, communication, commitment, etc. They don't spend money on you. No gifts, no expensive dinners, no traveling, or they give you breadcrumbs here and there. They avoid taking you out when they're out with their friends. You haven't met their friends. They haven't met your friends. They haven't met their family. You don't communicate with their family. They lack effort and they're very good at finding justifications for their lack of effort. They don't keep their promises to you. They lie to you. They cheat on you. They have an interest on you and they use you. They act distant and are not consistent with their communication. They're not open to you. They hide things from you. They're not showing interest in your personal life, which means your friends, your family, your work, etc. These examples are a common denominator for men who are not in love. You have to balance things out. If you feel that your balance leans more towards him not being in love with you, then most probably he's not. Generally speaking, people tend to believe in what they hear, especially if it's something they want to hear. I don't know why. We all know that we are being idiots for believing what someone says. Actions speak louder than words, and you know that. Look for what he does, his actions, not what he says to you. All I know and all I can tell you is that you need to be able to analyze his actions and make a difference. There is an array of feelings he could have for you. It could be infatuation. He could simply like you. He could be interested to be friends with you. He could love you. But that doesn't mean he's in love with you. He could have a specific interest for being with you, or he could in fact be in love with you. If he's in love, there is no way you won't know it. There's no way you would doubt it. My brother met his wife, and after 2 weeks, she moved in. I met my husband, spent 8 days together. He asked me to marry him, and I moved in with him. That's what being in love is like. You just can't reason what you're feeling, and all you want is to be together. That simple. Anything that's not that, it's something else. People are with each other for a million reasons. Sometimes it's not always what they initially thought it would be. Feelings could be confusing at times. Feelings can make us believe one thing when the reality is something else. The good news is that time will give you the answer. The bad news is that you have to learn that lesson. If you reached this point in my video, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching. I hope you find this information helpful. Please do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you think about these ways to identify how he feels about you, and where you think it should be added. I really would love to hear what you have to say. If you love this video, click that like and subscribe button. Merry Christmas. May this season be full of light and laughter for you and your family. Thank you, and I love you. Kisses.